What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the 335. I just wanted to make a quick video about how you can build a reliable single turbo N54. Alright guys, so in today's video we're just going to talk about how to make a single turbo N54 reliable. As many of you guys probably see on the internet, the B58s, the S58 single turbo that people drive and seem to not have, you know, problems with. I want to kick this off with the fact that these cars, N54, whether it be 335, 135, even some of the Z4s, probably not many people do single turbo Z4s, but these cars are not that new anymore. So these cars are pretty old. This car's a 2008. Obviously in 335s you have 7, 8, 9, and I want to say 2010 came with the N54 as well as the LCI. But when you have a car of this age, it's gonna inherently have problems. Everything's old and tired, and from 15, almost 20 years ago now, you know, model year 25 cars are out now, and the model year 2007 is old. It's so old. So obviously those cars are gonna have problems as an older, higher mileage BMW. Everyone is gonna say, well, N54 is unreliable and this and that, and there's some truth to that, yes, but I will say, if you do a full engine reseal, so that's valve cover, oil pan, oil filter housing, oil cooler housing, same piece if you have an oil cooler equipped on your car, rear main seal, and then your front crank seal. If you seal, or if you reseal all those things, the car's not going to leak oil unless it's from the oil lines going from the oil cooler or the oil filter housing to the oil cooler, or from turbo lines, which doesn't really apply to this video because this is for single turbo cars, and you're going to be putting new, you know, 10 AN braided drain and a 6 AN feed, I believe is what most people put in their kits now. So your car's not going to leak oil. I would do a cooling system refresh also, radiator, hoses, really simple things that are not super difficult to do on your own. I mean, most of those things are pretty DIY-able. Oil pan might not be, but we'll get to the oil pan a little bit later because that is easily looped in with a turbo kit. Obviously your maintenance is going to be a big part of your overall reliability of your car, as in high pressure pump, low pressure pump, and injectors. If your car never got index 12 injectors, this car has index 11 and haven't had too much of an issue yet. So having said that, if you redo all of that stuff, your car is pretty much brand new. And I know that stuff isn't cheap, and someone's gonna say, well, the new cars, you don't need to do all that. The new cars, you don't need to do all that because all that stuff is new. This isn't a new car anymore. If this was, dang, if this was 2007, 8, 9, and you're buying one of these cars with 30, 40,000 miles, you're not gonna have a problem with that kind of stuff failing because the car would be new. All right, we're at AutoZone. Speaking of, I'm pulling in to get a quart of oil, ironically. All right, pull. we're talking single turbo. Had to get a quick pull right there. So we already talked about motor reseal, fuel system, easy. So your first step of, you know, single turbo, you have a manual, you'll need a clutch because odds are your stock clutch is completely destroyed, no good. So this car has a spec stage 3+ with the single mass flywheel, that's why it makes that noise. So anything past like mid 300s at the wheels, stock clutch is gonna slip. So clutch, everything else in the drivetrain is usually pretty good. This car has solid transmission mounts, motor mounts. I didn't do anything with the diff, but you probably could if you're already in there. In terms of turbo setup, there's a few different kits that are available at a few different price points. So this car is a dock race, bottom mount, 62, 66, open dump, 4-port Mac, Turbo Smart, Hyper Gate. I think it's a 45 mil gate. And my initial reasoning for bottom mount was heat dissipation and stuff like that. Looking back, I probably should have just got a top mount. Turbo access is a lot easier. It looks cooler, probably sounds a little cooler. This car still sounds cool, but it's lacking that those balls of a single turbo car in terms of flex. So once you have your turbo set up, obviously you'll need like the basic bolt-ons, charge pipe, intercooler. Other than that, you don't really need anything if you're going to be straight single turbo. It comes with the downpipe, it comes with everything you need. The only thing I had to get separate, just because they forgot to send me one, was a little freeze plug for the rear oil drain, because on single turbo setups you're actually using the front oil drain. So I got one of those separately because I wanted to get the car done faster. They ended up sending me a replacement. It just didn't get here as quickly. So along with that, you'll need a catch can. I recommend the boost side and the vacuum side. I don't have a vacuum side catch can yet, and I might not unless we turn the car up a lot more and add port, because the last couple weeks the car was actually smoking really bad because my PCV diaphragm, or it's actually a check valve, totally took a shit and the car was dumping a ton of smoke. And I ordered a $50, I think it was 50 or 60 bucks from Turner Motorsports. I will link it below and I'll throw up a picture somewhere over here of what I got. Install was super easy. Injector or cylinder 6 fuel line comes off. Take out the old PCV, or take out the cap, take out the actual valve, put this one in. It's super simple. It front to back should realistically take you on a cold car probably 20 minutes at most if you have no idea what you're doing. So then your next kind of battle, if that's what you want to call it, is going to be finding a good tuner to tune your car, because that's probably 50% of the battle with having a car run good all the time and be super dialed in. My tuner, CD919_, I believe, on Instagram. I'll link him below, or I'll put his @ in the description. Super smart. Had one of these cars running low mid 700 wheel for a long time, and he does a lot of G80, B58 stuff now. Highly recommend. Really knowledgeable, good guy. And he's local, but he tunes a lot of really fast cars. His personal car was fast. It was doing like 6.1, 60 to 130, tapered boost, 6-speed car. So it's pretty fast. Full regular car, not gutted, anything like wild like that. So your tuner is going to be a huge proponent of your daily drivability, reliability. Now, if you want to kick it up a notch past a DI only single turbo car, which is great fun, this car is fast. It makes probably low 500s at the wheels. I'm probably going to put it on a dyno at some point, but I mean, this car is very fast for what it is, for how simple the setup is. Manifold, turbo, wastegate, max solenoid, that's like really all this is. And we'll put it on the dyno in another video, maybe next weekend, or I don't know, we'll see. But either way, DI only is going to be reliable if you reseal the engine, freshen everything up. DI only is going to be reliable on just regular pump gas. I do recommend a Precision Raceworks low pressure pump. I did a modular bucketless just because modular, it's really easy to just throw another Walbro 450 or a 525 in the tank, plug and play, extra line, right to port when we add that at some point. If you want more and you're like, you know what, mid 500s to high 500s on ethanol and a DI only setup isn't enough and you really want more, there's a ton of good options as far as bore injection goes. I would stay as far away from Helix overdrive stuff as possible. I haven't really heard anything good about those ever. In theory, it would be nice to be DI only, period, but I don't think that's the way to go on one of these cars, considering how well motive reflex works. Okay. All right. Motive reflex integration in MHD for N54 is so good now that what's the point? I would get a BMP rail, 750cc injectors, motive, CD919 on the laptop. If you're running a 62, 66, 64, 66 ball bearing, the car will be reliable, work well. Plug the head ports, get a vacuum side PCV setup. And that's really all you need. Other than that, the cars are, you know, very simple. A lot of people are going to take a dig at reliability and all that stuff, and I think that's really unnecessary considering that, you know, first mass-produced turbo engine from BMW. I mean, what do you expect? The reliability of a Camry? No, I don't. And if you guys are running ethanol, I would change your spark plugs semi-frequently, depending if you're full E85, E30, E50, you know, kind of anywhere in there. I would change the spark plugs semi-frequently, keep coil packs on deck, and have fun. These cars aren't supposed to be 500,000 mile, drive it every day, don't even think about it kind of cars. These are supposed to be, you know, in stock form. This is a 280 to 295 wheel horsepower, 300 foot-pound of torque car. So shoving 20 to 30 pounds of boost with a turbo this big, you know, I wouldn't expect for it to be very reliable. I do drive this car pretty much every day. I drive the E92 sometimes, but that car is still for sale, so if anyone wants it, hit me up in the comments. I'd love to get it to a new home, as we have a new car. GoPro just overheated. Can't say I'm surprised. Whatever. I think I kind of got my point across with what I needed to say and all that. Building a single turbo car not hard. Get a dock kit, get a VIE kit, speed tech, refresh the 20-year-old car that you're about to single turbo, get a clutch and let it rip. In fact, that's pretty easy. My car obviously is not a prime example of that. You see my sagging headliner, my cracked windshield. So my car's not perfect, but whatever. It's kind of gonna do it for the video though. If you guys have any questions about N54, single turbo, anything, let me know down in the comments. I did my fair share of research on many things, and I know the platform pretty well. Had this car for years, stock turbos. Now it's a precision 62, 66 car. So yeah, that's kind of gonna do it for the video. If you guys have any questions, again, like I said before, drop them down below. I'd love to answer, hear your thoughts. What do you guys think? Because a lot of people just will buy a 2008 335 with 120,000 miles, no maintenance records, slap a single turbo kit on it, and they're mad when it catches on fire because it's leaking oil and their wastegate shot aflame. So it's gonna do it for the video. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.